Hello and welcome to Solent Sports News. Coming up on today's programme. Southampton could be 1 point from the top of the Premier League tonight. We're live with a matchday preview. Life after lockdown. Grassroots sports are back after a discussion in Parliament today. But what is lockdown life like for all sports teams? We speak to Team Solent players. Good afternoon and welcome to Solent Sports News. My name is Luke Simcock and here is your 4:30 update. Southampton take on Wolves tonight in Premier League action. We go to Javi Fanola, who is at St Mary's.
Hello and good afternoon from St Mary's Stadium. Southampton will face Wolverhampton Wanderers tonight at Molineux. The Saints are looking for their sixth victory of the season. And they are looking for keeping the good performance before the international break, where they won 4-3 against Aston Villa at Villa Park. Ralph Hasenhuttl will count with Ryan Bertrand and James Ward-Prowse as they are recovered from injury. Dan Ings is still out. On the other side, Nuno Espirito Santo will test the health of Conor Cody, and he had to leave the England squad during the international break due to a possible COVID-19 positive test. What is clear is that if Southampton win, will be third in the league table.
We have another big challenge on the weekend. We have an opponent that is famous for his good mentality and never giving up, and very tough to go there and to take points. We had one game there where we drawed and made a good game, I think, and then the home game we were 2 up and then lost again 3-2 against a strong side. So it's more about focusing what we need to do to win this game, but not about how many wins we just have. There's nothing older than the success from yesterday, so don't speak too much about it.
Struggle with an injury crisis. Midfielder Naby Keita picked up a hamstring problem following Sunday's 3-0 win over Leicester City. There is some good news for fans, however, as Mo Salah returns after testing negative for COVID-19. He will be available for this weekend's European fixture.
Yeah, I think he's now. I think he's from now on pretty normal in all the testings. So we have tomorrow the UEFA testing for the Champions League. I'm pretty sure he will be in that. He has now he can now train with us tomorrow.
Boris Johnson has just announced that fans will be able to return to outdoor sporting events from the 2nd of December. Within the new tiered system, 4,000 fans will be allowed in Tier 1 and 2,000 fans in Tier 2. The Prime Minister has also announced the return of grassroots sports. Grassroots will also be able to return from the December 2nd. Following this recent announcement, we are joined by rugby captain at Solent, Mark Hutchins, for his thoughts. Mark, how do you feel that the government have handled stopping you playing rugby?
Firstly, pleasure to be here. I think it was a very quick thing, and it was something that took us all by a bit of surprise. The pandemic's obviously a very serious situation worldwide, and I'm not going to say that grassroots football rugby should be a priority with everything going on. But as a student, mental health wise, playing rugby is one of the main reasons I'm doing the role that I do. I love it. I like playing with my friends, and I really do feel that the government have done what they needed to do, but it could have been dealt a lot better.
The government have recently provided rugby with 135 million. Do you feel that this is enough, or do you believe that the government could do more?
I believe it's a start. 135 million is obviously a lot of money for obviously grassroots rugby to get it going, to keep it going, for more people to be interested in, because I believe rugby is a growing sport at the moment. The Premiership season's just kicked off again, the Autumn Nations are going ahead, and I can tell a lot of students are watching it. And I do think it's a good start, but I do think that in the future it will need to be getting more and more.
And for you, what would it mean to be able to go back to being able to play?
It would mean a lot of things for me personally. As a student, I'm in my third year now, and being the head of the society, I'm having to organise a lot of things for the team. And obviously it's been a bit stop-start this year. It wasn't anything I imagined I'd be doing when I signed up. But it would mean a lot of things for not just myself, but for all the other players, especially some first-year freshers. We're lucky enough to have 30 people sign up so far this year, and unfortunately they've only been able to have a few training sessions under their belt. Mental health-wise for me, it is a big part. Obviously, when you're at university and 4 days a week, you need something to relax and have a bit of fun, and I believe that's what the rugby did on a Wednesday. And at the moment, we've been taking part in Movember as a society. We've raised £535. We've run over 112 kilometres as a team, and the main reason for that was for mental health. There's a lot of people that are suffering, and to get back to playing rugby would do them a lot of good.
Thank you very much.
No worries.
The second lockdown has brought a halt to university sports. Many aspects, whether it is training or actual matches, have been impossible to achieve. Robbo Hanlon reports.
It's November, and by this point, each of the Solent sport teams would be fully fit and ready for the start of the Bucks Leagues. This year, however, the same cannot be said. The current lockdown has meant teams are unable to currently prepare themselves for the upcoming season. One such team is badminton, where club captain Emma Louise Precious has explained how they have been unable to train as a team, having only just came together just prior to the lockdown.
Had lockdown not been a thing, we would have been training as hard as we can as a team for hopefully when the Bucks League resumes in January, but obviously that is not the case now. Unfortunately, we've only just selected our team just before the lockdown came into place, so it has been really difficult to sort of set training sessions that we could do outside or at home or even virtually, because we still need to see where everyone's standard is.
Another team facing this current predicament is futsal. They were still going through trials just prior to the lockdown, meaning they currently only have returning players in the squad. Manager Francisco Di Pino has kept an eye on his current squad's fitness during the lockdown, with the hopes of going straight back into playing at the end of the lockdown.
I've been keeping in touch with my players. A part of, I don't have my team all set up. I have just a few players, such a few returners. I mean, I don't have set any tasks for them, but I know and I'm aware they have been going to doing some exercise. I have players playing futsal. I have some others doing some runs, some jogging, some exercises at home, because it has been very, very difficult, even for the gym and stuff. Everything is closed, and for my players to have access to gyms or even to some resources to practice at home, it's been very, very hard to get that.
While the lockdown has caused problems for teams' abilities to become prepared, there has been no word from Bucks as to whether there's any plans to move the start of the upcoming season. However, even with the issues facing each of the teams, both badminton and futsal have hopes for the January start to continue.
I think it should carry on in January if it's safe to do so, because I don't think it would be unfair, because every university is going to be in the same position. Everyone would have had an equal amount of time out of the sport. So I don't necessarily think that anyone will be at a disadvantage or a greater advantage than others. So yeah, I can't see any reason why the Bucks League shouldn't go ahead in January, providing everyth's all COVID secure.
Our vision and our hope is to start even in December. So we can have like one and a half months to prepare the season, to prepare the league that only will start, as I said, in January.
With the current lockdown coming to a close in just over a week's time, the optimism by teams is great to see, and there is great hope that they will be prepared for January in time for the Bucks Leagues.
Following the best victory of his life, the future looks bright for Daniil Medvedev. After defeating Russian Dominic Thiem by 3-1 at the ATP Finals, the biggest title of his career, he ends the year at number 4 in the world rankings, but says he is capable of much more. A new darts champion will be announced following the defeat of 3-time former champion Michael van Gerwen. Simon Whitlock took the victory and heads into the semi-finals tonight against Jose de Souza. Solent Kestrels look ahead to their next fixture following a win against Newcastle University. Jonathan Lashley led the scoring as Kestrels continued their unbeaten streak in the league. The women's side, however, look to pick themselves back up following a loss this weekend when they faced Southwark Pride. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.